Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Baby Arugula, I'm your host, and thank you for joining me for episode 3 of Conversations. This week on the show, we've got none other than Big Fun. And, I don't know what else to tell you. I got their shirt, I have their vinyl, I got their stickers. I don't know what else to say. I'm a big fan of Big Fun. I've already used this sticker on my guitar, so this is an extra one. So the first person to leave a like down below, go follow me on Instagram and hit me up with a DM. When you send me your address, I will throw this in an envelope and I will send it your way. Anyway, their debut album is called Happy Scary. It's been out for a little over a year now. They got some new stuff on the way, which I'm so excited for. In the description below, I'm gonna have links to all their stuff, but I also have curated playlists that I am making, and I have local artists from LA, and then I also have my favorites of those artists. You can find Big Fun in both of those playlists as well, so go add those playlists to your library if you are a Spotify user. Without any further ado, I hope you enjoy this conversation. Let's jump into the interview. I'll see you on the other side. Sweet. All right, we got Big Fun in the house.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. So, first off, I just got to say, thanks for the vinyl.
Yeah.
I had one of the shirts. I emailed y'all, the face was kind of sliding.
Got messed up. Yeah, we had to. That was our first trial with making our own merch.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. It took a month to make those, and then wore his shirt on Halloween, and his letters were coming off. And I was like, I have to email everybody.
Damn. Yeah. Luckily, it's not too bad. The letters are actually perfect. It's just a little bit on the face, but yeah.
We got our system back down. We had to change the method a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. Wow, I'm excited. You're a lot of people's favorite bands right now, in terms of local LA bands.
I'm glad people can understand that album. We didn't know what people were gonna think. It's crazy, synth hard rock shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really
It's a good feeling to just have people listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best feeling. It's the why you do it.
Yeah, I hope to go a little further into the album by the end of this, but I want to get to that a little bit later. Yeah, so I kind of want to start, if you don't mind, kind of in a similar way that I've been starting these, and kind of going back in time a little bit, kind of getting a little more general picture of how you guys all came together. How did y'all meet?
We played on a football team when we were 8. We started jamming. We all started jamming together in the second grade.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
So we've been playing music together for a long time.
We're babies.
But under a lot of different names. Our first band was a karaoke pop punk band.
Mantis.
It's called Mantis. And then we were called Beyond Human.
Mm.
We recorded our first album at a church.
Mm.
And then, what were we after Beyond Human?
Zebra or something. There was a lot of names.
There was a lot of
The Love Smoke.
Something from pop punk to psychedelic rock, just full on wearing paisley all the time and playing sitars in fields and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we started making funk music. We really got into funk.
The Blue Pentagon.
It was called the Blue Pentagon. And then what was after the Blue Pentagon?
The
Mariners came after the Blue Pentagon, and then we just stopped making music together for a long time.
When was that? When did you stop?
We pretty much stopped after high school. So we used to just jump every day after high school, and then everyone was doing college and doing shit, and then
we did
took a break. We jammed. We were in a voodoo rock band called Rattlesnake Hide for a long time. Not a long time, a year. We went to New York and played a couple of shows with that band.
That was cool.
But this is the best thing we've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Big Fun was just it was the thing that felt the most right.
Mm.
It's just the final. It's the final form of what we're supposed to be, for sure. But it's gonna change, It's what it sounds like now. The last album, the next album's gonna change. constantly change the style and stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. Some bands are really good at doing one thing, and every album kind of sounds the same, which is like cool because sometimes you're in that mood and you just want to listen to that one style. But when a band can be dynamic and like go and venture into these different worlds, it's more of a treat in my opinion.
Or at least like, you know, you stay who you are. Like Bowie was Bowie in all of his albums, but they were all insanely different.
Right.
Low is way different than Heroes.
Oh my gosh, I have so many questions, but
you're like looking over here.
Shit. Well, one of my questions actually was like, did you have any names before Big Fun? So that's cool.
Oh man, there was a summer where I spent. This was like during the time when we weren't making music together. I went into the public library and looked into like all the dictionaries they had, just making band names. I had like,
we're always thinking of.
I'm always thinking of band names. I have a list of like 4,000 band names.
Sheesh.
It's just kind of because it's not. It's like it doesn't really describe what we sound like, but it kind of does.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you listen to the music. It's not like fun music, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is. I think it's fun.
I have fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's dark fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like slanted fun. It's twisted fun. It's big, twisted metal.
Yeah. I'm curious to hear what you got going on for your next album because I feel like Happy Scary definitely is big fun.
For
like,
sure.
It's fun to listen to. There's this dynamic going on between like it's kind of familiar, but it's also way out of left field, and you kind of don't know what to expect. Now, I mean, I've listened to it a million times now, so I know what to expect. But the first time listening to it, I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know.
What we want. That's the greatest joy.
Yeah.
That album was like totally just from the heart and the gut. Like we were not trying to like blow up with that music at all. We were just trying to fucking make our sound.
I was trying to blow up.
Oh, he was trying to blow up. So was I.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the next we actually have 2 records in the can right now.
Ooh.
We have a bunch of like new videos that we're sitting on for the next record too. The next record is gonna be called Oogly Boogly.
Ooh.
And it's like it started because there are a bunch of tracks from Happy Scary that we recorded
Mm-hmm.
at a different studio that we didn't use.
Mm.
We didn't know what to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we built another album around that. So it's like
these songs that sort of transition, whatever the sound is.
We called it Oogly Boogly because we didn't like it as much as Happy Scary. It was like a dumber version of Happy Scary is Oogly Boogly.
Yeah, you know, like a horror movie that's not really scary.
Oogly Boogly.
Yeah.
But you know, it's got charm. It's got some. It's a little more like Gary Newman and maybe like more accessible. Not as punk this time.
Yeah, it's
More
definitely
like rock.
more accessible, I would say, for sure.
Mm.
We did some crazy
Which is
videos.
cool. It's kind of cool to have that angle as well. There's nothing wrong.
It's just
with
different.
accessibility.
It's just different.
Yeah.
It's not as raw.
But it's definitely not raw. There's not really a lot of screaming on the album either.
I'm singing
Right.
a little.
It's a lot
Wow.
more audible lyrics and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. This time I'll be able to sing along instead of just like mimicking the sounds that I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Dude, I was sick that whole time I was recording that album too, and we did it live in San Francisco,
Really?
and all on the tape. And we were gonna just keep the tape and bounce it to record from the tape,
Mhm.
but we were being too nitpicky about changing stuff and like reproducing it, so we put it in Pro Tools and edited it again. But that whole time I was singing, couldn't even talk. Like I was kind of sick where you lose your voice,
Yeah.
like sore throat, like that. So I was in the studio and the engineer was like, "So how are the levels on this?" And by like day 3, I was he was insane.
Damn. Did you use the clip-on mic for that?
Headset mic the whole time.
Oh, headset mic. Right. Damn. So it's like right in your mouth, and you're like the level's still too low.
Yeah. But it's like, you could hear like the breathing on that record too, because the headset mics is hooked up.
They just weren't as good.
We were just going fast too. We paid for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Sleeping in our buddy's house, just like in San Francisco. You're up in you're in Santa Cruz right now?
Yeah, not right now. But for the last 4 years, I've been going to school there. I just graduated in June.
Nice.
I'm back home in the valley right now.
Hell yeah. I saw the Santa Cruz Zoom.
Yeah.
What's that Italian spot that's like in the downtown area? Is it Coley's or something like that?
Oh, the sandwich spot.
The deli.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that place is so good.
Sandwich spot.
Mhm.
We're all about sandwiches. No, just saying.
Here's a funny one. I haven't asked this to anyone, but I realized that I'd want to, so I'm going to start now. What were y'all's first impressions of each other? I guess back in second grade. I don't know if you can remember that far back.
We didn't like each other.
Oh yeah, we
didn't like each other at all.
That's how we met.
We used to fight all
I
the
used to
time.
be the bully. We used to beat them up, but they used to beat each
We
other
used
up.
to beat each other up. I got suspended because of you.
Yeah. The whole reason I ever went over to his house was because his dad came to school one morning and like mafia'd me, like came in a leather jacket. Hey, you picking on my kids? You like picking on my kids? I was like, shit. And then we jammed like that very day.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. Same with,
Why did I come over?
I don't know. You had a song. I am not a machine. You had a song. You knew I played guitar.
Huh.
And we came over and we just jammed.
That was the first song we made?
We still didn't like each other. We just knew that we were both musicians. So
I still don't like you that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good song. That was the first song we ever wrote. Was "I Am Not a Machine."
Yep.
I am not a machine. Get that out your fucking spleen. So good. Remake that. Those letters.
Yeah, what are the odds I get you to record that one, include that on the next record, or after?
It's our early music at some point.
If we can find it.
Beyond Human's really good too. That CD is really good.
Can I find that anywhere, or is that just in the archives?
We'll have to. Yeah, it's deep.
We have like a
somewhere.
CD of it and it's broken. So
Damn.
But we'll repair it one day. You have it in your iTunes somewhere, right, Chuck?
No.
No?
It's on a CD. Damn. Somewhere.
That's valuable stuff.
Yeah.
We talked about band names. I have a lot of questions about names, actually. Sometimes names are just like, this is Us, Volume 1, and it's like very encyclopedic, and sometimes names have a lot of meaning, so I like to kind of dig in a little bit. First off, though, I gotta ask about like these code names going on. Which one of y'all is nasty?
I'm nasty.
You're nasty. Okay, right on. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wishing dinner tonight. Oh, yeah.
What's for dinner?
What's for dinner? Steak.
Steak.
dinner.
All right. Some beef.
We eat a lot of beef in this house.
Yeah.
So then your name's Beef, right?
Beef, baby.
And then right? Drummer?
Yeah.
What's do you have a code name?
Bing bong.
Bing Bong.
It's a bing bong.
Have these all been secrets? Did I just blow away your secrets? Should I delete this out of the video?
No. Just delete that. That's our real names. Just keep the code names.
Okay, yeah. I'll bleep those out. That's cool. So where did the inspiration for those names come from?
I don't know the first influence.
Came up with his. Really
No.
good.
Came up.
You came up with Beef Angel?
Well, we were looking at a picture of the two of us, and you said you looked like a little beef angel in the picture.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then I said, wow, that's a really good name. That should be your name. And you said, yeah.
It's a beautiful name.
It is.
really,
Yes.
Bing Bong. What's the origin of Bing Bong?
I don't know. It's probably like some subconscious, like German.
It's kind of
electronic
German,
thing,
yeah. It's a little craft word.
It's, yeah, I think
Clink clank.
cling, clang, ding, bong. I love that stuff, so I probably, and it just sounds like I'm a dummy, so.
Fits with being a drummer.
I play drum. Bing bong.
Yeah.
Kling Kling is that German, it's the Kraftwerk label, right?
Yeah, it's their recording studio.
That's funny. Well, when you mentioned the first song, I Am Not a Machine, the first thing I thought of was We Are the Robots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal is that we're all just like, we all look exactly the same, plastic surgery, and we all have the same synthesizer. We just perform.
Yeah, we want to become Kraftwerk one day.
Mm-hmm.
Like version Kraftwerk. 2020s.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like more electronic synthesizer stuff going down, for sure.
We're talking about Kraftwerk and directions that you want to head in. What sort of influences have y'all brought to the table? Like, did y'all listen to the same music?
I mean, we all listen to the same music, but we all have different favorite music. For sure. I probably listen to more like weird, like electronic, like experimental hip hop stuff, and like grungy, like not like techno as much as just like electronic kind of stuff. I don't know. What do you bring to the table?
I don't know. I just like that rhythms.
Chuck likes bad rhythms.
Yeah.
We just listen to everything.
Yeah, I like it all. I really like it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like.
Especially as I've gotten older. It's like even in stuff that I've maybe like as a kid been a little bit more judgmental about. You know, like Billboard charting music and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of just appreciate it all now. There's always something you can take from any song.
Wow, I can listen to Britney Spears.
Yeah, there's all kinds of great
Yeah.
stuff out there. I think it's better just to keep an open mind.
Mm-hmm.
Make little pieces of whatever you hear and anything and make your own kind of.
Yeah,
But
totally.
we're like a rock band. You know, I think we all connect on that like rock energy. It's like
For sure.
really, really high
Gutter
energy,
rock.
like big energy, loud, like full, huge, powerful.
In the
That's, like,
beginning, there was a big like push from we had like a kind of like shared. It was kind of like a Miles Davis live evil, like his like live 70s fusion stuff.
Yeah.
We wanted to kind of channel that a little bit, but then we moved away from that. Started like less jammy. But our first couple of jams, it was a combination of like
it's like
Albini and like Miles Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shellac and like Miles Davis doing
Like the
it.
freeness of the Miles Davis stuff with like the hardness of the shellac Chicago shit.
I've been wanting to ask you that for a while, really, since the first time I heard Happy Scary, because I was like, what the fuck? The first time I heard Too Big, I was actually at Time Warp, and it was coming in through the stereo in the store.
Nice.
And
Hell yeah.
I thought what the fuck do you call that thing that you play? The keyboard, guitar?
Mm-hmm.
At first, I didn't recognize that as like being a synth. I thought that was a guitar. I don't know, it just sounded like a guitar riff. And then my buddy Henry played the whole album for me. He was like, big fun. They just released this new album. We got to play it. And we like blasted it on our speakers. And we're like, fuck. And
Awesome.
God blast.
That's
Man.
so cool.
Like people are listening to this.
yeah. And I really enjoy how like, I feel like the drums really kind of carry that big kind of raucous, aggressive energy. And then on top of that, it's like, you think it's a guitar, but it's not. It's a synth or whatever, you know. And then the bass, like, what is it? I think it's Wolfie, where like the bass is kind of like walking around a little bit, you know.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
I was like, wow, when was the last time you heard a walking bass line in a fucking rock song, you know?
I got that jazz.
Yeah.
There's a big element of like more stay in the time on some of those more rhythmic tracks too, like those big time backbeats or just like R&B backbeats for sure. Love those.
Yeah, there was a period too, I think, when we all kind of became obsessed with like the like crate digging kind of like underground funk scene. And going through, you know, all these like weird Midwest compilations of like late 70s, early 80s disco and like hard funk and
Yeah,
stuff.
really.
There's some really amazing stuff that happened that's been super influential.
Just taking the drum beats from that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you put that in a rock setting, you're like, holy shit.
Put that in like a wood room with open hi-hats and it's like just you bring this weird. It's almost like pocket punk. You know, it's like you can like groove to like, but it's still kind of like a punk like energy and like aggressiveness. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I love Missy Elliott beats too.
Yeah, or like Ludacris. There's a lot of like Ludacris. That song, fucking I wanna dick you from your
Yeah, that's
yeah. It's just like it gets you like your adrenaline going.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Looking at like all the various influences and like what came to play with Happy Scary. So I want to know like where the name came from for y'all.
I'm always trying to create like a world around it. Instead of just like describing the music itself.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like to every time we release something like a video or an album, like it's just another part of the weird journey that I want to take listeners on. It's like a Walt Disney experience, but like through weird music. The Happy Scary is just like it's just a clashing of bright and dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yin and yang kind of thing.
Yeah. So
it's just like that kind of like twisted emotion that we all get.
And like a sideways smile, like a smile that could be like a murderer's smile or just someone who's smiling.
Mm-hmm.
There's also just so many great songs.
I don't know, bad.
There's just so many good songs that have that like that quality too, and it has. And no one's really like described it that way. Like I feel like the Pixies like have that kind of thing. They're like they're making like kind of catchy, like happy music, but it's also like sort of terrifying at the same time.
It's a crookedness, the feeling of crookedness.
That's what's kind of cool about it too. I think we all got super into the idea of just Happy Scary because it's kind of like a really simple thing. It means one thing to us, but it's so simple that it can mean so many different things.
That's the best part about it.
And we can all just sort of
big fun too.
One collective idea of whatever we want. But it's cool to go down that avenue musically. Hopefully more people want to make that kind of Happy Scary, like that combination of
it's just poetry.
That's a good place for labels to live too, or titles to live in a place where they're open to interpretation.
Yeah.
Like Big Fun can mean something different to everyone.
It's in the potatoes.
Yeah, it's in the potatoes. Even like the lyrics of the songs, like, it can be totally open to what people think they mean.
Yeah.
You're never getting the full picture of the writer's head when you're reading.
Never.
It's always your interpretation.
That's why we're talking. Give me the full picture. Just kidding.
I just can't. I know you. It's a murderer.
It's like a guy
I'm a murderer. About to kill. Look, I'm a murderer.
And the crookedness comes to light. So I want to talk a little bit about the production. I know we talked a little bit about it being live in SF.
Yeah, El Studio.
El Studio.
It's a really cool spot.
If you get the chance to check that spot out.
Go and support a guy named Phil Becker who did the engineering for the first day of recording and set up all the mics and everything. And then we had another fella named Elliot Curtis who continued the session for us. And then Phil Becker ended up mixing the album later on.
Nice.
And did a bunch of overdubs.
I'm supposed to say my real name.
Nasty, did a lot of cool kind of like filter effects and stuff, like Freak Machine, the filter, Bill at the beginning and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the idea is that most of it's live, and it was
that's what we wanted.
Running gun, like there's a lot of mess ups.
A lot of mess ups.
It's pretty sloppy sometimes.
A lot of sick mess ups.
But you kind of just gotta.
We wanted a live album, but then we realized we didn't want a live album.
Yeah.
Well,
we couldn't afford anything more than that at the time. At least we didn't think in our heads.
There's a few of those songs we did in one take though.
Yeah, like So Bad was one and done, first take. That's the most popular song on the album, it seems like too. And that one is actually pretty good performance. We didn't really mess that one up.
That song, so what happened with this album is we were working with this producer, and you won't say his name because of the way it turned out. And then we recorded it completely. We recorded this album twice. We recorded it the first time in Long Beach, the studio, And we got it mixed, everything, and we just didn't like the way it turned out. We want to do this live to tape, nasty. So we totally redid it in San Francisco. And then we didn't keep the live, we edited that.
Right.
That album went through a lot of different forms.
Mm-hmm.
It was a process, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun, but it was fun. It was a roller coaster.
Yeah.
We literally recorded it once.
A roller coaster's kind of happy, scary thing.
Uh-huh.
Roller coaster, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Amusement park,
nice.
Disneyland.
Nice connection.
Walt Disney.
I said Walt Disney.
See how that all?
Yeah, Walt Disney's kind of
Roller
scary
coasters.
and kind of Disneyland is kind of scary and happy at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so is Hollywood.
And so is Hollywood. So is
yeah.
Los Angeles.
So is,
LA is a very happy, scary place.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone moves here thinking it's going to be all sunshine and success. And
Most
there's a
things
lot
in
of
life,
fun.
I think, are happy and scary at the same time. Life,
Yeah.
happy and scary.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Nice work, man.
Thanks.
I'm gonna send you like some star stickers.
Top student.
Yeah.
Number one student.
Honestly, I feel like so many great albums are done mostly live with a few overdubs here and there. Like
Yeah.
not doing things live, there's a tendency to just overanalyze, overproduce, just like fuck the shit out of every single thing, you know?
Yeah.
One of my favorites to think about is like the first Rage Against the Machine album.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe y'all know a little bit about how that was made.
Yeah, it sounds raw as fuck.
Yeah, and they pretty much just did it live in a room together. You can hear they brought a PA in for Zach to do his vocals, and you can hear his live vocals through the room mics on the drums and stuff.
But it's great.
It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that's like little stuff like that, like stuff that shouldn't work ends up being flavor.
Mm-hmm.
That goes to show you there's no right way to record.
Yeah.
And it's just like for energy. As long as like you're excited about what you're doing and you have like a semi-proper setup that, you know, it's not total garbage, you can really get a lot of magic out of it. And it's just about like having the right energy, the right attitude going.
Yeah, and get it done quick before the feeling leaves you.
I know. That's my worst problem. We got lucky enough to start using this dope studio as our split it with our buddy. We have this amazing rig and outboard gear, vintage mixing console and mics and all this stuff.
Damn.
But the biggest problem is that I'm in there tracking all day long, doing 200 tracks on a song. You can only use 50% of it. That's my biggest problem, is just going too hard.
Right.
It's like what Nige said after going to recording school. The teacher said the performance is more important than the microphones.
Yeah.
And then the microphones come second, and then all the other stuff.
Really, it's the performance. Performance is the room.
What makes a recording good is the performance.
If you're in like a good room
That's it.
with a shitty mic and
Still
a really good
having a hit
musician,
song.
that's
Just get a bunch of 57s, you'll be fine.
Exactly. Best mic ever.
Yep.
I was using this really crazy mic at the studio for amps and everything, and then this condenser, and I put a 57 next to it. I'm like, oh shit, this is better.
Yeah.
A better microphone. It's crazy. Man.
Yeah.
Price doesn't mean anything. Like vintage doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's always fun, like listening to studio professionals who are like, I've been doing this for 50 years and I did this famous platinum selling album and all I did was use a 58 on the vocals or something like.
Yeah. It's true. It's real.
Yeah. That's like, Prince and Michael Jackson, they both used 57s and 58s, but they're both.
And Bowie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, there's all kinds of different colors and things you can get. That's really cool too, you know. It's like there's two sides of the coin. You know what sometimes it's great to sit and like really ponder an idea and have a whole structure laid out and do all these crazy transitions and stuff.
Just don't get lost.
You know, you just gotta pick that one. it's like if you have endless money and endless resources to make something, you're probably never going to be able to call it. You got to like sort of set deadlines and
Yeah.
going to just say when and just, you know, take it as it is.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of deadlines, I'm going to move on to the next question. But continuing with Happy Scary, did y'all have a favorite song on the album while you were making it? And do you have one now?
Definitely So Bad. So Bad was the one that turned out the best. Because it got written right before we recorded it, too.
California is my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
California's been my favorite the entire time, too. Yeah.
I like Freak Machine the most for a long time. And then, I would say California is my favorite as well. There's something just super.
We were stoked on California. That one just.
And that one we wrote right before that we recorded the album.
That was the last one we wrote.
That was the very last one we wrote.
We improvised like the last.
And we just like made up while we were recording the second half of the song. So that's kind of a fun thing. Because a lot of the time when we're making music, it's just we just plug in and start playing, and we sort of like comp a song like on the fly, and then we'll sort of record. We'll do like an iPhone recording, and we'll go back and piece it together. Like, hey, we like what we're doing here, and this kind of thing.
A lot of iPhones in the mix.
Yeah. So Bad was my first favorite song on the album, and then I rediscovered Freak Machine and Wolfie.
Nice.
And I think I'm sitting on Wolfie right now.
Right on.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, exactly. With the raffle. How did that go, by the way?
Oh, that was dope, man. A lot of people raffled.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's like it was funny because some people put like $20, $6, but the guy who won just put in $1.
I almost didn't enter the raffle because I was like, well, they sent me the vinyl. I have the shirt. I got a sticker. Like, I don't have a VHS player. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to fucking give him $1. Why not?
This is playing the lotto.
Yeah.
My buddy Eduardo, I got the idea from Eduardo. He's the bass player from Chicago Batman.
Oh, shit.
He did a raffle. He made great. He had like thousands of people.
Damn.
Raffle for his records. But it turned out so good. I was like, man, it's such a good idea. You're playing on like people's lotto mindset.
Yeah.
Man, it works.
When I saw that, I was like, fuck. Why didn't I think of that?
I
But
know.
then I look at my Instagram followers. I'm like, oh, I don't have enough followers to do that anyway. But
People are down.
We're just manipulating people. That's what we love.
We're already being manipulated by Instagram anyways.
absolutely. Yeah.
So if we're on there. It's just manipulation time.
Mm-hmm. I was so frustrated when they updated it and I saw the post tab got replaced with the shop tab.
Oh yeah, see?
It was like, what the fuck?
They're all doing shit like that.
It's already all ads, you know? Like,
It's just a business machine. That's all.
and it wouldn't be so bad if like independent people like us could put our merch up there, you know, but instead it's like people who already have no problem selling to you just shoving more shit in your face.
You have to be like a big time
Yeah.
to get on the shop over there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the only way. That's the way I kind of have always looked at social media. It's like, to me, it's just it's like an e-commerce, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I've never been the person that goes on social, like Instagram, and like says my feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like a LinkedIn. It's like LinkedIn, but like something more like trendy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I get it. The people want it an outlet to say their feelings and say shit that's on their head, whatever. Say they're taking a shower. And it's cool.
That's not that cool.
That's right.
Yeah, you should go and plug your Instagram.
Yeah, go ahead.
What?
Plug your Instagram. You need the best Instagram.
What does plug mean?
You mean say your Instagram.
Oh, I don't even know what it is. Beef Angela.
Beef Angelo.
Beef dot Angela.
Beef.Angela.
He's looking right now.
Beef Angela.
It's a hit. I got like 10 followers.
It's the best Instagram.
Wait. Beef.Angela?
Not Angelo.
Oh, Angelo. Oh, actually, I'm already following you. I saw this and I was like, oh fuck, it's Beef. And then I started looking for y'all and I couldn't find you. But that's hella funny.
It's so good.
The profile picture is so funny.
He's a Photoshop master.
Yeah, I'm just an artist.
The Wolfie video, I always say Wolfie instead of Wolfie.
Wolfie.
I can't help myself. Wolfie.
European.
Yeah.
True. Wolfie.
So the video came out for that a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask about Goldfinger because I don't really know anything about Goldfinger, but I see them tagged in all your posts all the time and vice versa because I follow them as well.
That's a great question. Goldfinger is great.
Goldfinger
is our visual mastermind.
He should be here right now because
He should be at every
member of
he's
our
in the
band. Yeah.
He's part of the Gutter Tech team.
But he's
Sure.
a mysterious man.
Is it just an individual or like a whole team?
It's one
Whoa.
dude, Goldfinger from. He grew up in like Orange County area where we grew up, and we never knew him until we were a band. Until Big Fun came about. He one of our shows and was just like so stoked on what we were doing that he has been making videos for us. Like every video, he comes to us with video ideas now.
Right.
The last 2 videos we made, he was like, "We gotta do a video for this song."
Damn.
And he brings a whole crew of people. He's like insanely nice cameras because he does like commercials for like music videos for like he did one for like Trippy Red.
He's a pro.
He's a pro.
He's
He's just as much part of the band as we are.
But he
Right.
hooks it.
That's fucking sick. Damn.
He's the man. Man with the gold.
Don't tell him his real name. Internet
He deserves some credit in that way.
He just kills it. He comes in, he's got the camera strapped to his chest and runs the thing through VHS, crazy lights. And for our release shows, he brought lights to the shows and they were strobing with the music. Like,
Yeah, you like orchestrated a light show that went along with the song.
Damn.
goes all out.
Yeah, he's our guy.
That's cool. That's all. It's always nice to have someone who's like, whether they're on or off screen, like here right now or whatever, they're just like a part of the band. Even if they're not on stage playing the instruments, they're covering the other sides that like are so necessary. It's weird. It's like if you're gonna be an independent musician, it's not enough to just make music. You know?
No.
But it's so hard to do it all yourself. Also.
If we didn't have Goldfinger, our videos, we wouldn't have any videos.
Yeah.
Or like pictures. Like he does a lot of pictures. Crushes it. Thank you, Goldfinger.
Thank you, Goldfinger.
So in the scene where like y'all are like sitting at the table, you know, in Wolfie, like are y'all, is that a green screen or like what's going on with like the sets on some
That
ways?
whole video was a green screen.
Okay.
And Sarah Conacria did the editing. There's another buddy that helps sometimes with movies. And he cut us out into pieces and like, made us look like stickers.
Mhm.
Like Home Improvement
Yeah.
intro. Remember Home Improvement with Tim Allen?
Like
Sitcom.
construction show.
You know,
Wait,
Chilton
sorry, you
Island?
cut out for a second. Oh, yeah. What was that called again?
Home Improvement.
Yeah, yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, the table was just, he didn't even cut that out. That was just in front of the green screen.
Yeah.
And then we did a bunch of like crazy VHS backgrounds behind it. Took the footage and ran it into a VHS machine, scrambled it.
It's funny watching them because it's like it's so chaotic and kind of seems like low budget, but at the same time it seems so advanced and like over my head and probably over most people's heads at the same time. Like how the
I love
fuck
that.
do you do this?
I
You know?
love that no one could tell that like there was like expensive camera gear on the video.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way we could have ever paid for that video.
Mhm.
But I shot on really fancy stuff and then we just destroy it. We just crush it. But the next videos that are coming, high five,
Ooh.
high definition
Yeah.
For more happy scary songs, or is this for the new release?
for the oogly boogly.
For Oogly Boogly, right?
Oogly boogly.
Yeah. It's just the kind of title you don't even want to say. All right, that's it. Let's change the title. It's not called Baby Arugula.
No.
I almost thought about changing it.
No way. Oh, oogly boogly.
Like that's what it has to be called.
So stupid. Yeah. It's kind of rough.
Yeah, that's the title. You don't even have to like the title to have it.
I love the
It's
title.
perfect. I know you guys like it. I like it.
Oogly boogly.
Stop saying it like that.
So you said earlier that you had 2 albums ready for release soon?
Because of just everything that's going on, we didn't want to release Oogly Boogly yet because we wanted to play shows around it.
Right.
So we recorded an entirely different album to release before Oogly Boogly. Just as like, which is way more. Yeah, I know.
Dude, you don't really have a really strong strategy here. You just gotta
We just kind of go.
just knee-jerk reaction every day.
But it's a dope album too. It's really awesome.
Yeah,
It has its own flavor.
That one's cool. We did it 2 weeks. We wrote and recorded the whole thing in 2 weeks, and then
It's called Riser.
now we gotta do overdubs, and then I'm gonna mix it, and then so that'll come out.
So that's gonna come out after.
Probably sometime in the next.
After Oogly Boogly?
After Oogly Boogly.
Okay. So when are you just gonna hold on to Oogly Boogly, or are you gonna release that anyway if we can't get shows back?
We're just gonna release it.
We're putting it out, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hopefully January.
I'm finishing up some of the tracks right now, and then we're gonna just like think of like album art and pictures and stuff.
Between like performing, writing, recording, filming, fucking marketing and social media shit, what are each of y'all's like favorite parts of all those? What are your favorite things to do?
Performing was the favorite.
Playing
part.
live. Is the most-
That's
the joy.
that's why we do it.
Yeah.
Recording is cool and whatever. I love recording. Performing is just. There's no. I forgot that there's a real high that like an actual like endorphin rush that you get from doing it. I like the Instagram stuff too. It's fun, like marketing, like thinking of stuff like that too. That filming is really fun. Coming up with videos is fun. Making a music video is way harder than making an album. Hands down. If you're making a crazy music video, it takes so much work. Just getting 20 people to show up at a house for a video on the same day,
Right.
hardest thing ever. You think it's going to be so easy. Oh yeah, all my friends, they'll come over for a party scene, for a music video. It's not a problem. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Half the people that were supposed to be in this music video didn't show up like the day of, like, and then you have like shit breaking. We filmed it in someone's house and like broke their lawn or something.
So we broke your lawn.
People break into my brother's house.
We didn't have a bass. He forgot his drumsticks.
Always the drumsticks.
Mostly our fault. We had a PA on set, like, that went out and drove to get drumsticks. That's how crazy Goldfinger is when we do videos.
It's like a real
We've
film
had
set.
wardrobe, makeup, lights, crafty, grip. We had, I don't know, DTR was the guy who bounces the DIT, Video Village, got the screens.
Yeah.
We got security. So we go all the way.
Yeah.
We go all the way at Big Fun.
Got a marketing team, ad agency.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking people to organize. Well, I'm pretty much fresh out of questions. This is it's been a lot of fun. It's been big fun.
So, I learned a little bit about myself.
Did you? So I guess there's not a whole lot else to do. I have a section of my questions called Future, and we've kind of gotten to all of them already, which consists of new music, new videos. We talked about that. Oh, hats. Y'all in the email, you said hats are coming on the way.
Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, I got a sample. I'm wearing one of the bunch hats right now. They're gonna look like this.
Oh.
Design.
Yeah.
Nice.
Classic Big Fun logo right here.
Uh-huh. Damn. Yeah, I gotta get me one of those.
Oh yeah. I guess I'll ask you a question then. What do you think the future of music
Ooh.
in the next 5 to 10 years? What's the future of music?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. One of the things that I've been learning recently of like the last year or two is that I really have no idea what the fuck is going to happen. Like, even in school, because I've only been out of school and out of Santa Cruz only this year. And so when I first joined school, it's like, oh, you go to school and then you get your degree in 4 years and then you get out and then you slave away until you maybe pay off your debt. And that's like the extent of it. But then wildfire season comes and the winds come in and then they're like shutting down all the power in case of wildfire. So then all of a sudden, like, classes are canceled because there's no power at all. And then there's like strikes on campus and the school is like spending $500,000 on police to beat the shit out of us. And so then no one can go on campus. So we're all Zooming anyway before the pandemic. And then the pandemic hits and we're all Zooming. So it's like, there's always something going on that I don't see coming. But I think like one trend that seems to like be persistent through all of that is that like music is just going to keep being more independent. It's not enough to be like, oh, I play this instrument and I'm really good at it and I'm in a band now. You kind of have to do everything.
Yeah.
Whether it's like production, like you don't have to be like a professional mixer, but you have to know a little bit about it and you probably need to have an interface at your home to do things, at least at a basic level, or like you have to market yourself unless you're fucking balling with a budget and you can afford people to do stuff for you. But I can't do that. So kind of just like things getting more and more independent, and that kind of being a good thing because you don't have to like go through a label, but also it's more work for you that you have to do that doesn't involve just writing and playing music.
Yep.
Which sucks. So I feel like it's going to go in that direction no matter what. And then if people like us, you and me, other people in the community, in the scene or whatever, come together and like strengthen the community, then we can all help each other out. And it's not just like, oh, you're on your own, you got to do everything yourself. Mm-hmm. And if people don't come together, then you're on your own, you got to do everything yourself. It's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, well, that could be good because there's a lot of guards in place when it comes to even like playing at a bigger venue. Mm-hmm. It's like you have to be like signed to play at a Golden Voice theater, you know. Mm-hmm. But if stuff like that kind of gets looser, then there's no rules to like, oh yeah, an experimental electronic rock band can pack a big theater because they did it on their own. There's no, those rules kind of get even more relaxed. It could be good. It could be a better thing.
Mm-hmm. I think so too. And I feel like kind of what you were saying earlier about like with influences and not wanting to confine yourselves to a single genre and just being like, we're a rock band. This is what we do. We play rock. That's a conversation that my band has had a lot. And I feel like more people are kind of heading that direction of like, why would we just say that we do this when we can just do whatever we feel like doing, you know?
Exactly. No one's telling you can't.
Mm-hmm. Like, we're headed in the DIY direction, like, pretty much no matter what. But whether or not it's, like, a community DIY where everyone is building things together, or if it's, like, you're on your own, I feel like that dynamic has yet to unfold. At least in the people, like, y'all are a little older than I am. Or a lot? I don't know. How old are you guys?
Yeah. I just turned 30.
Okay, yeah. So, like, not crazy older than me, but yeah, at least like within your age group and mine and younger, that dynamic has yet to unfold, I think. Right now, I'm pretty much doing everything myself and it sucks. It doesn't suck, it's like fun because I like it, but like I've recently tried to like professionalize myself and I do mixing and mastering and like recording and stuff. People always ask me like, what are your rates? And now I feel like I'm supposed to have rates. And so I was like, well, most people charge this much and I definitely can't afford that. So I'll make it cheaper. But even my cheaper rates, I can't afford if I needed someone else to mix, which is mostly why I learned to do it in the first place. So whenever people are like, what are your rates? I usually scare them off, even though my rates are lower than most people's rates. So I just ask, don't worry about what I charge. Just tell me what your budget is and that'll be fine. But it's so little. No one has fucking money right now, least of all now.
Mixing is a skill. Like, you just started mixing and doing that too.
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I think the thing is just kind of, if you already have like a low ball number, just gotta kind of like stick to your guns.
Mm-hmm.
I look at a mix as like a tattoo or something. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the final imprint of whatever your creative endeavor was. So it's like that's what everyone listens to.
It should be valuable
for the rest of. So to cheapen it is sort of kind of like disrespects the whole thing. Like, but I understand. I mean, that you try to ride that line. That's like a tightrope you walk between wanting to help people out, but also wanting people to help you out. So,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like at what point, it's like, where do you set the value on something?
Mm-hmm.
And how like hard line are you going to stick to it?
And that's kind of where I'm at still. I want to harden that line eventually, but right now it's just impossible. At least with like the people that I'm around who ask me to do it. It's like, I know you don't have the money, but at the same time, I don't want you to not release your music because you can't find someone who will work for you at your budget, Yeah, and I'm unemployed. I'm not doing shit, I would rather have something to do. So
building skills every time you do it.
Yeah. Cool. So I guess we'll revisit our vocab lesson with Beef here. If y'all want to do your shameless plug to wrap things up, let us know where to find you. I mean, I know where to find y'all, but to the hypothetical internet audience.
Big fun Instagram with periods in between every letter, right?
B period I period G period F period U period N.
That's it. No more periods after that.
No more periods. Yep.
Oh, it all ends on Instagram. Thank you, Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Instagram.
Thank you, Instagram up there.
Thank you, Instagram.
We're gonna go eat some steak.
Yeah. And y'all got your videos on YouTube as well?
YouTube.
Right?
Just
big fun. No periods this time, right?
No periods.
We're not popular enough to have the search engines.
Right.
Actually, so you gotta like type in the full thing, Big Fun, and the name of the song.
Oh, right.
And then music video, and then maybe it'll show.
Yeah. Someday. Cool. Well, it was a pleasure to sit and chat with y'all. Thanks so much for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Great to meet you, man.
Yeah. And good to clarify the code names. Now, I'll bleep out your real names so we keep the mystery.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No,
Really remain anonymous. I appreciate it.
Sweet. All right. Have a nice day, y'all. Enjoy the steak. Bye.
Thanks.
See you.
All right, you made it to the end of the conversation. That was a lot of fun for me to make this, to sit down and talk with them. I hope you had a good time watching. Once again, if you have any questions that you want me to ask them next time, or just general comments on the video, leave them down below. Leave a like, show some love for Big Fun and myself. There's plenty of links down below to support them and the channel. And also, first person to leave a like below and then DM me on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I will send the sticker your way. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was episode 3 of Conversations featuring Big Fun. My name is Baby Arugula. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.